Hello my dudes, and welcome back to another video. I am so excited because today I'm going to be giving you my final tour of this Farmcore island, Foxglove. Here's the map right here. The villagers I currently have are Winnie, Kiki, Tipper, Wart Jr., Goose, Marshall, Deirdre, Chevra, Shino, and Freya. And the dream address is at the bottom of the screen. So if you do want to dream up this island and come visit anytime, please feel free. The map is really nothing special. I didn't plan out this island. I kind of just decorated areas as I went. This honestly is my favorite island that I've decorated so far. I feel like it just fits me the best and I just love the theme. So let's get started. Let me just start off by saying that this is going to be a super chill tour. I'm going to try to leave it as unedited as possible just so we can get like a good, it's going to have a nice natural feel, So here is my entrance. Nothing special again at all. We have a few plants and storefront items. My resident services isn't that far away from my airport, so I had to kind of make do with that. But I just put some farmish items and stuff. Everything looks fairly natural. I quite like it. Let me give you a couple shots here. I think it sets the tone fairly well for this island. I think, as always, I went for a very simple vibe, but I can genuinely say that this is one of my favorites, so I hope you like it too. If we keep going to the right, this way we come to our apple orchard, which I really like it. I think it's really cute. Let me just kind of walk around here. We have some flowers, of course, the apple trees. I put some handbags that look like baskets around, so like you can pick the apples if you come here. What else do we have? Down here we have a little stall with some items to buy. We've got some of the apple jam, and I have like a little bag of groceries right here. I don't know, I just think it all really fits with the whole vibe of this build. I knew when I started making Farmcore Island that I wanted to have a few tree orchards here. I feel like it just fits the theme really well, so I do have a couple more, and we will get to those in a little bit. But further up this way, I have a parking lot. I don't know if this really fits on a Farmcore Island, but I wanted to make it fit. I put this right in front of the apple orchard and kind of beside the stores, as if this part of the island was like a touristy destination, so people could come from anywhere and hang out, pick some apples, go shopping. And here is where their cars would rest and lay and be and exist. Speaking of shopping, my shops are all together, so resident services, as you can see, is right here in the middle. We've got Nook's Cranny right here. Let me show you the back of Nook's Cranny. I just ran over that flower. I'm so sorry. Let me show you the back of Nook's Cranny really quickly. So this is directly behind Nook's Cranny. It's just a little unloading zone. I took inspiration from Miacrossing for this, so Mia, thank you so much. This is where Timmy and Tommy come and get their goods to sell. And back around to the front. Let me quickly head over there. We've got our museum over here. I didn't know how to decorate the museum, so I didn't do a lot to it. I do have this little bench and chair and whatever set up right here. To the side, it's like a little picnic table set up. And then over here, right next to Able Sisters and the museum, I guess, is a little marketplace. I saw a ton of people with the 2.0 update making farmers markets, and so I wanted to make a mini one. So that is this section right here. It looks quite messy and like mix mash, but that was sort of the vibe I was going for. I don't know if I still entirely love this build. I kind of want to make a really big farmers market. So maybe this will get torn down eventually and replaced with something bigger, but this is what I have for now. Just some stalls. You can buy some snacks, buy some glassware or vases, some flowers. And then right here at the end of the line is Able Sisters. That's really it for this little front section of the island. That's supposed to be the more like progressive and like, what do you call it? Not industrialized section of the island, but kind of. And then to the left, we've got our campsite here, which I made into a little trailer park. As you can see, we have a couple little trailers set up along with the kids' tents. Everything, I wanted it to just feel very overgrown and natural. So that's why we just have a lot of the flowers and greenery, weeds, custom designs on the ground to kind of just give it that overall look. And our actual campsite is here on the beach. This is the only beach I decorated because I knew I wanted a beachside campsite. So this is that. Let me just slowly walk through it so you can get a little mental image, not a mental image, a real image of what this looks like. I had to add a picnic spot because I love those. And we have a gazebo that, if you walk through it, leads us right back here to our entrance. So I'm gonna run past everything we kind of just toured. This is just the front part of the island. When you get to the back of the island, you start seeing more of like the farmland and where all the crops grow and stuff. So let's see that. Crossing this bridge, I do have this little section over here for firewood. Let me see if I can get a better picture. You can't really see it that well, but we have the section for firewood. We've got an axe, wood items, we got the log stakes, stuff like that. You can chop it down if you need some for your fire. And this is our first little farming plot. We have a carrot crop garden thing happening over here. I believe this was the first build I actually made here on Foxglove, and I think it's really cute. Farmcore is just so... It's so me. I love it so much. I love all the items that we get to use, like the tractors, the hay beds, bikes, the windmills. I have so many of those all over the island. Over here is just another little flower farming plot, flower growing plot. What do you call that? A little garden sort of area. But I'll finish that side in a little bit. This takes us up here to Winnie's house. And Winnie was the first villager whose exterior I decorated. So it's very simple, just a little picnic table. Her house fits in perfectly with the whole aesthetic of the island. It just looks very natural. Like she kind of just had to figure out where to build her house in the middle of this farmland. To the left of her house and up these stairs, up this ramp, we have more farming plots. So this one has wheat that is growing. This one has some sugar cane. I didn't realize a rock spawned right there, so I apologize. I'm absolutely obsessed with the storefront items, so we have more of those in the back. I just love how they create the illusion of like a building. And then over here, we just have a little pond with a well and just some other randomly placed furniture. I forgot to say, Foxglove is a very minimally terraformed island. I tried to keep this island as close to the natural shape as possible because I just wanted to like preserve the original map of this, you know? So I didn't terraform a lot. I did a little bit of waterscaping just to help with a few builds. But other than that, this is how the island kind of was. Right here is Tipper's house. I just recently put a video of me making this, so if you want to check that out, I will link it down in the description. But if you come across Tipper's house, it's my house. My house right now serves as a little cafe coffee shop area. So if you do visit this dream address and you go into my house, you'll see a little coffee shop. I'm not going to go inside for this tour. I'm just going to show you the exterior, but it kind of continues out this way. That's why we have these bistro tables here. And then heading over this way, it's kind of a continuation of the coffee shop. So we have a few more bistro tables, some coffee items, and just some random things kind of sprawled about. You can see I'm a sucker for picnic spots. Like they're literally my favorite thing to make in the game. So we have one over here. If we travel up here's the Pear Orchard and Shino's exterior, Shino's house. So you can see Shino's house there in the background. We have a few plots with some pear trees. I feel like Shino is one of my favorite villagers, and so she deserved a very, very pretty outdoor area. So I have her running this orchard here. I think it looks really cute. I love the mix match table stuff that we have right here. And then further back, I just gave her a little table back here, a bike, just some other random stuff kind of dropped in place to make it feel very natural. And just to give it some personalization, I want it to feel like all of the areas on my island are actually used by the villagers. So that's why we have some just little like personal touches and just items scattered. Right here outside of the Pear Orchard is just a little stand. You can buy cupcakes or some coffee because it is near the coffee shop, like I said. So anyway, heading over here, I don't remember whose house this is, but there's a house over this way. And they have a little gardening plot. And then I made them a cute little driveway and storage area. I was scrolling through Pinterest one day and I saw a few people make driveways with the new car items. And so I knew I had to make some too. Traveling down this way, we have another orchard. This is the last orchard, I'm pretty sure. And it is our orange orchard. I think it's really, really cute. We've got Wart Jr.'s house in the back. And on the stall right here, we have an orange cake thing, some jam. We have an orange smoothie to the left with some orange jello. I think the food items add so much to the game, and it's just so, so cute and so pretty. I have Kiki being the villager that's actually running the whole orange orchard. So this is her house. It fits in perfectly with all of the decor, and I think it'd be a really fun job to work at an orchard. So go Kiki. And on this little land strip right here next to the water, I have just a little seating area where you can take your orange goodies and come and have a little snack. Let's head back to where we were. Excuse me, Freya. If we continue down here, what do we have down here? Oh, this way here's our other second little, like, not garage area, but driveway section. And then if we continue to the right, we have another, I feel like a lot of this island is just farming plots. But obviously this is a Farmcore island, so what else are we gonna do? I have some tomatoes growing here. We have the storage shed, some bags, different flowers and weeds scattered all about. I just feel like the 2.0 update has so many perfect items for Farmcore islands, so I really tried to make use of those. And then, is this our last spot? This actually might be one of our last spots. We have a wheat field down here. Please excuse this because it's gonna be insanely laggy, so just, I don't know, the wheat item is very, very laggy. So here's us running very laggily through the wheat field. I put a picnic spot in the middle because I've seen a lot of people do that. I thought it was really cute, and we needed a picnic spot because you can never have too many. Down here, I just put a little storefront to close off the area. We have a little potato farming section right here. This was actually the last place I decorated on the island. So yeah, this was the last build that I did for Foxglove, and I remember as I was doing this, I was like, oh, the island's complete now. Here it is. I love this spot. I really, really do. This is probably one of my favorites on the island. And then just here up the stairs, we have another villager home. I gave them another picnic spot, and there is a painting section for them to kind of sit, have a snack, paint the scenery if they so choose to do so. And they also have a tomato garden growing, as you can see. This is the left of that house. They have a few little plots to grow some sugarcane, a couple seating areas, and there's just like a little pond in the middle. I'm just realizing I forgot to show you one other house exterior, so let's run over there before I forget, because I was about to end the tour and we are not yet done. We have one more space that I need to show you, and this is Goose's exterior. So I made Goose a little fishing spot where he can kind of just like chill and hang out. Let me keep heading this way to show you. I made him a little dock, which yes, I did terraform this to make it squared off. For some reason, when I was thinking about Goose and what I wanted to do for his house, I just had the strongest feeling that he would love fishing. So that's why he has this. I feel like there are a lot of little details in this build, so feel free to roam about on your own if you do want to visit the DA. But here's his house. I just have like a little baseball set in front of it and a duck and stuff. This way we have a spot for him to sit and eat lunch after catching some fish. Is that a fish sandwich? Maybe. The world may never know. And then heading over this way, we have just a few more farming plots, and this just brings us back over here. This is where this flower plot is, and then also the carrot gardens back there. That's basically Foxglove as a whole island. I genuinely can't believe that we finished decorating this island. I feel very attached to it, so I don't know if I'm gonna restart it anytime soon or flatten or anything. I kind of just want to leave Foxglove as it is here. Usually on my islands, I take a ton of inspiration from Pinterest, but I feel like most of the builds I made on this island were just made on a whim. I did take some little inspiration here and there, but for the most part, I just kind of made whatever I wanted. So this island feels really special to me because it really feels like mine. I don't really know if that makes sense or not. It just feels like a very me kind of island. I don't know. So I hope you enjoyed touring Foxglove with me. Make sure in the comments to tell me what your island's like. Tell me the island name, the theme, anything you want to tell me about your island. I love hearing about other people's creations. I will see you very, very soon in the next one. Until then, stay safe and take care. Bye!